everybody, and welcome back to the North American Association of Cerebral Palsy Advocates Chatline. I am Tanner Lynn, the Vice President of this association. Today I am joined by Caleb Wells, our chairman, and Susu, one of our members.
All right. Hi, everybody, and we'll let Susu introduce herself here.
Hi, my name is Susu Ali. I have cerebral palsy, quadriplegia, which means I have the worst types. And I'm 31.
Awesome. It's awesome to have you here, Susu. And we're going to ask you here how you got involved in the association and how it has impacted your life.
One of the other members, one of the members, Brittany, told me about it, and I was grateful because before then I knew nobody with CP or anything, so how it impacted me is it's nice to know that I'm not alone in the fight, and I look forward to every day, and I look forward to like having people to talk to that actually know what I'm talking about without any too much of explanation. Yeah. And I've loved it ever since, and I strongly recommend for anyone to join. You would love it, and it would change your life.
Awesome. And we're so excited to have you here. So just talk about like what your daily life is like with cerebral palsy.
It's very difficult. I struggle every day, even the smallest things, like I can't even tie my shoes or put my shoes on, or get up or get dressed or brush my hair. I can't do any of that without any help. Basically, if I have no help, I would be stuck. So I need constantly to be cared for, and it's very difficult. I deal with a lot of pain every day. For example, there's times where I don't answer anybody because I'm physically exhausted. I don't answer the person until the next day. That's how difficult life is with CP.
Yeah. Do you feel like you have a good support system though that helps you get through every day?
I do. I really do, and I appreciate them, and they're the ones that I can count on to lean on, and it's great. And you guys are the number one people that can do that.
That's awesome. So Tanner, I'm going to throw this back to you because I'm started kind of driving the bus. I know you introduced the topic, but
You're good.
How do you feel? You know, you're the vice president of this association. So how do you feel we do in terms of being able to support people? And then I'll throw that same question to Susu.
I mean, I feel that we often take a step back and listen to our members, and try to understand who they are and try to help them get through their struggles and basically try to make their adventure, if you will, with CP a little bit brighter, and tell them, hey, you can do this. So I mean, I feel like that's kind of what we try to do is go, hey, if you're struggling, don't worry about it, because as a association, we can help. So
And then Susu, how do you feel like the group supports you and our membership supports you?
For example, they support me so much to feel good about myself and to feel that I'm not alone, I'm not isolated, you know. You guys keep my spirits up, which is great.
And I think that's also a big part of it also is, wow, that sounded great. But I do think that's a big part of it is making sure that we're all going to have rough days, but the association seems to be, at least for me and the members that we've talked to on this show throughout our episodes, is it's a nice place to come and it's a soft place to land, and somebody that completely understands you. And even if they
Yeah.
don't, we can, again, going back to what we talked about earlier on the show, is having life experience and sharing those commonalities and life
Yep.
experience as we go through this adventure, as Tanner put it. I really like that word.
adventure, yeah,
The adventure of having cerebral palsy. It's
because
not,
it really is. Sometimes you don't know what's next, but
I think that's life in general too.
yep,
And it's nice for me to hear, Susu, that you were able to find somewhere where you no longer feel isolated.
no,
So
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
yeah. So a couple more questions here for you. What advice would you give to anyone that would be interested in joining the group?
I would tell them that they're gonna love this group because it's a place where there's no judgment whatsoever. You can be yourself and don't be shy. Just be yourself. We're in this together.
Awesome. Tanner, do you have any
Yes.
questions before we go on to my next question?
No, I don't.
All right. So my next question to you, Susu, would be, what advice would you give a younger version of yourself who's kind of feeling at that point isolated?
I would tell her, don't give up. Keep fighting. Don't let people tell you no. Keep going.
And
Because CP is not going to quit. You'll have it for the rest of your life. And if it's not going to quit, then you shouldn't either.
it's that mind over matter, right? It's
Yeah.
being able to understand, again, I feel like I've said the words radical acceptance on this show more than I need to. But it really is being able to
I
understand that.
also would
Yeah.
add to advocate for myself. because I had a history of not advocating for myself and not speaking up. So, but now I would say to a younger version is to advocate for yourself, because if you don't, nobody's gonna do it for you.
Do you feel, since you've joined the association, that you've gained those advocacy skills?
Okay, I'm sorry, what was the question?
Yeah. Do you feel like you have been able to gain skills to help you do that through our group?
Yes, most definitely. I learned one of the things that I've learned that speak up, because if you don't speak up, nobody else will. Your parents are not always gonna be there, so yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Is there anything else you would like to add about just your experience in general?
No.
Awesome.
I mean, if I could talk to my CP and my level of CP, I would probably say thank you for making me a better person. Because having CP has taught me to be a better person. Because if I didn't have CP, I wouldn't be the person that I am.
That's an awesome point.
It
And
is.
Tanner, I'll throw that to you too, because I know I talked about this a little bit with Brittany. But do you feel like you would be a different person if you didn't have CP? Do you feel it has shaped your experience?
Yes, I definitely think that having CP has made me the person that I am, and I would be. It's hard to know if I would be different, but I know I would be doing. I mean, there's a lot of things that I would do differently, but you know, there you just can't you can't change it, and you can't be like, oh, I wish I could go back and change it, because unfortunately you can't. So yeah.
All right. I think I would echo that sentiment as well, as and that idea that, again, the earlier that we can figure out and we can understand that this is not going to change, it'll help you live a better, more fulfilling life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I think what's hard about people with CP is the fact that it's hard to accept that it's permanent. It's not going to change.
That is definitely a lifelong battle,
Yeah,
being able to
Yep.
get to that point.
yeah.
So I think that's a good place to stop. And I would also like to remind you guys that during CP Awareness Month, in the month of March, all the way to April 11th, we will be selling t-shirts, hoodies, and sweatshirts. That'll all be in the description. The link for those order forms will be there. And then we'll see you in the next one. Do you have anything else to add, Tanner?
I don't. Yeah. Just. We'll see you in the next one. So.
Yep. And also, if you like this episode and you would like us to continue, please consider liking and subscribing as well. And
Yes.
hit that notification bell also. You have my consent. So
And smash that like button.
yeah, smash that like button. ring that notification bell, and we'll continue to do these every Thursday. So I want to thank both of you for coming on today. Susu, thank you for taking time out of your day to be here with us. And we'll see you all next week.